Seth Rollins comes down to the ring to start the show, gets on the mic and he says his back's still broken, acts like he's about to give up the championship and says, "I'm just getting started." Drew interrupts. Seth says, "You're not here to party, are you?" Drew says, "Nope." Seth asks, "You want a World Heavyweight Championship shot, don't you?" Drew says, "Yes." Drew says, "Instead of tonight, how about Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel?" Rollins goes on to say, "You got yourself a match." While Rollins is chilling, Priest attacks Seth Rollins from behind. Drew's just watching it happen. Dom comes running out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Drew stops him halfway to the ring, headbutts him, then throws the Money in the Bank briefcase up the ramp. Seth then gets the upper hand on Priest. Then we get to Kofi Kingston versus Ivar in a Viking rules match. At the start of the match, Kofi landed weirdly on his shoulder/head. Then Ivar just throws Kofi into the shields that's around the ring. Later on into the match, Ivar got on the top rope. Kofi grabs Ivar by the beard and throws him off the top rope onto the table. Then this bitch jumps on Kofi, starts attacking him. Woods comes down to help, gets squashed. Kofi goes for trouble in paradise. Ivar catches him, drives him into the table. Ivar then goes for his moonsault and gets the win. Backstage promo with Nakamura. Out of nowhere, Ricochet starts beating his ass. Backstage again with the Judgment Day, Priest says, "Where was you guys?" Rhea says she's got Finn and Priest a rematch for the titles next week on Raw. Rhea looks at JD and says, "Prove yourself. Take care of Drew tonight." Then we get Rodriguez versus Nia Jax. Good bit into the match, Rodriguez picked up Nia Jax and powerbombed her ass. Then Rhea comes down to the ring, starts beating up everyone. Baszler also comes down to the ring, starts attacking Nia, gets in Rhea's face, and then takes Rhea out. Backstage with Seth Rollins and Drew, Seth says he's got the match approved for Crown Jewel, and where the hell was you when he was getting attacked? But when the Money in the Bank contract gets involved, you want to be the hero. Drew says he doesn't want to get involved with any of that Judgment Day shit again. Seth says, "Don't worry about the Judgment Day, they couldn't take the title away from me and neither can you." Drew says, "You can't wear those heels in our match." Cuts backstage with Baszler. She says nobody sneak attacks her in her ring and gets away with it. Tozawa walks up and is like, "Hell nah," and walks away. Michael Cole brings out the new tag team champions Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Cole says, "How do you feel?" Jey says, "What do you mean how I feel? My partner is Cody Rhodes, yeet." Cole keeps bringing up Cody finishing the story. Says, "You were this close to winning the championship just like your dad." When Cody is about to say something, Kevin and Sami interrupts and comes down to the ring. Sami says he's happy for both Cody and Jey winning the championships, but it should be us holding those titles. Kevin says he also wants his titles back. Kevin also says he would ask for a title shot, but he knows they wouldn't accept. Cody says, "You're wrong because we accept and we can have this match tonight." Backstage with Gable getting chopped, Reed shows up and says, "You're getting nowhere near the Intercontinental Championship as long as I'm here." While Ricochet was making his way to the ring, Nakamura blindsides him from behind, starts beating his ass. Then we get a #1 contenders match between Chad Gable, Ricochet, and Bronson Reed. The winner of this match gets a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Good bit into the match, Gable suplexes Reed, then Ricochet does his flip shit. Ricochet gets on the top rope. Gable gets behind him and tries to suplex him off. Ricochet ends up landing on his feet. Gable does another suplex on Ricochet. Then Reed literally grabs Ricochet from Gable and throws him on top of Gable. Jumps on top of both of them, hits his finish, and gets the win. Surprisingly like this match, the ending was nuts. Cuts backstage with Becky Lynch. She screams into the mic for whatever reason. Then she says she's going to give Knox all that she's got. This random girl comes up and says, "Where's my shot?" Becky says, "I'm not that hard to find," and walks off. Then we get to Drew McIntyre versus JD. JD ends up trying to run, gets back into the ring just to get launched 100 feet into the air. Drew then turns JD inside out with a clothesline. Drew and JD ends up out of the ring. Dom drives Drew into the post. Then a few bit later, Drew hits his Claymore and gets the win. Cuts backstage with Priest and Rhea watching what just happened. She says, "Before you do anything, I got an idea." Then we get to Becky Lynch versus Tegan Knox for the NXT Women's Championship. Eventually, Becky got her disarmor locked in, and Knox taps out. I'm gonna be honest, this was me during this match. Backstage with Adam and whoever this is, Rhea shows up and tells them to leave. Rhea tells Adam she wants to face Baszler next week. Then we get to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso for the Tag Team Championships. For some reason during the match, everyone started fighting near the announcer's table. Later on in the match, Kevin turns into Jeff Hardy. Cody gets the hot tag, starts going off. Sammy goes for his finish. Cody reverses and hits a crossroads. Kevin comes in for the save. When it looked like Cody was going for a pedigree, Sammy reverses. Jay and Kevin gets tagged in and they start kicking each other. Kevin hits a stunner, goes for the pin, and it's Cody to save the day. Kevin does the Jeff Hardy again, just to land on some knees. Jay starts kicking everybody. Cody hits a crossroads. Then Jay and Cody both super kick Kevin. Then they try to do their dope ass finish again, but Cody lands right on his neck. Jay goes for the pin and gets the win to retain the tag team championships. After the match, Kevin and Sammy shake Cody's hand in respect, then Kevin and Jay hug. Besides it being Monday night backstage and Cody landing upside down, somebody needs to check on that man. Other than that, I actually liked Raw.